Hello, students, and welcome back to the science world. So, we are again here to start another chapter of the book, that is, chapter 5, Grouping Materials of Different Kinds. And from the chapter name, it is clear that what we are going to study here, look, we are having a wide variety of objects around us. How we group different objects made up of different materials, how we group them up, that we are going to study in this chapter. So, moving on, let's start the study. So, we are having a wide variety of objects around us. If we look around ourselves, we are having a lot of places. Say your classroom, your bedroom, drawing room, kitchen, park, and a lot more. We find different objects placed in these places. Let's study these. So, when we look around ourselves in our classroom, we may find a blackboard, a chalk, duster, desks, table, chair, books, bags, etc. These kind of things we can find in our classroom. Now, coming to the bedroom. When we look around ourselves in our bedroom, we may find bed, a cupboard, pillows, bed sheets, etc. These kind of stuffs are available in the bedroom. When we move to a drawing room and look around ourselves, we find sofa, table, television, carpet, different decorative items in the drawing room. If we look around ourselves in a kitchen, we can find a gas stove, microwave, different knives, lot of utensils, some raw food material, etc. These things are available in the kitchen. But when we move to a park, there we find what? There we find cemented pathways, green grass, different plants, a lot of trees, some fountains, some different kinds of rides, etc. These kinds of things are available in the park and not in the bedroom. Now what do you understand from these observations? We observe that there are many kinds of things. We observe that there are many kinds of things around us. Some are living, some are non-living, some having different shape, size and color. They may be made up of one or more than one kind of material, all having different use. And the use of anything depends upon the property of the material, or we can say of what it is made up of, or the requirement. Now the question comes that why we have kept different things around us at different places? Why we have grouped different materials? So the answer to this question would be, we have grouped them for our convenience. Because grouping helps us to locate things easily. Based on the requirement, things are kept at the places they are needed. So we keep the things at the places they are required. The blackboard, that is to be kept in the classroom. There is no use of a blackboard in the bedroom. Like for example, the utensils are kept in the kitchen and not in the drawing room. The blackboard, that is kept in the classroom and not in the bedroom. And the bed, that is kept in the bedroom and not in some park. Also, you must have seen how different things are arranged in a grocery shop or a supermarket. One kind of material are arranged at one place and the others at some other place. The biscuits, mixtures, chips, chocolates, shampoos, hair oils, body lotions, toothbrushes, toothpaste, etc. These are arranged in separate shelves or columns so that one may locate the thing he wants easily. Imagine if all of these are mixed together. How difficult it would be to locate a small thing from a huge mixture. It would be really very messy. Also, in a library, how the books are arranged in a perfect manner. They are arranged subject wise. The English ones at the one side, while the Hindi ones at some other side. All the dictionaries at one place and all the storybooks at some other place. Why? Because the systematic way of arranging the books that helps us to locate a particular book easily and quickly. And what it is called? This is called classification. So what is classification? The classification is the process of sorting and grouping things according to some basis. So the process of sorting out and grouping things according to some basis or criteria, it is called classification. Now the classification can be done on different bases. For example, shape, size, color. Then the similarities and the dissimilarities in their properties. On the basis of materials they are made up of. Now what are materials? The matter of which any object is made up of, that is called material. For example, glass, steel, wood, etc. Talking about wood. Wood is a material, but when we make a chair, table or a bed from a wood, that doesn't remain a material, that becomes an object. So wood, that is a material, but the table, chair or a bed that is made up of wood, these are the objects. Take the case of a book. That is an object which is comprising of a lot of papers. But the papers, of which material it is made? The papers are made up of the wood. So the book or the paper, that is an object. But the wood, that is a material. Now different objects around us are made up of many different materials. Think of a television. When we look at a television, from outside it is made up of mostly plastic, while the inside of it is made up of glass and metal wires. Also there are things that can be made up of different kind of materials. Also there are the things that can be made up of more than one kind of material. For example, if we talk about a pen, that can be made up of a plastic or a metal body. You might have seen that one material that can be used to make several items. For example, the kadhai, pan or the tawa, these are the cooking vessels. These are generally made up of metals. The hammer, different ornaments we wear, the bell or the lamp, these are also made up of metals. Also we are having different things like table, chair, desk, bookshelves, wardrobes, pencils and the sheds of different domestic animals, the chest of the drawers, these are made up of wood. Also we are having a lot of items in our homes which are made up of plastic, like the toys, scale, lunchbox, buckets, mug, chair, table, tray, etc. These kind of stuffs are made up of the plastic. Then we are having a lot of items like newspaper, bags, notebooks, books, calendars. These are made up of the paper. Also different bags, purse, belt, coat, seat cover. These kind of stuffs are generally made up of the leather. Also, in some other way, we can say that one single material can also be used to make different things. Like talking of the material wood, that can be used to make a chair as well as a table or a bed also. So different objects or things are made up of different materials, and each object or a thing that is used for some special purpose. So we need to know the properties of the materials as well as the properties of the objects to decide which material is used for making that object. And different materials have different types of properties. And the properties, they help us to decide which material should be used to make an object. And in order to choose a material to make any object, we need to keep in our mind the purpose for which the object is to be made and the properties of the material by which it is to be made. If we want to make the utensils for our kitchen, that can be made up of metals like aluminium or steel and not of paper or cloth. This is because the metals, the aluminium or the steel, they let the heat pass through them easily and cook the food quickly. But the paper and the cloth, on the other hand, they catch fire easily and burn when heated. So, can you now guess why we cannot use wood to make tires of cars and not use the rubber to make electrical wires? The rubber, that is not a good conductor of electricity. That does not allow the electricity to pass through it. So how can we use rubber to make the electrical wires? That cannot be used. So based upon the requirement or the purpose of use, we have to select the material by which the object is to be made. And for that, we have to study the properties of the object as well as the properties of the material. So in the next session, we will be definitely discussing the properties of the materials. I think it would be enough for today. So with this, I end up today's class. See you in the next class. Till the next class, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.